Welcome home to yourself. This is a short class you can do in the morning for emotional balance. For this class, you're going to need a block, and we're going to start with a supported bridge pose. So start with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor, and then go ahead and take the block underneath you. You can put it on whatever setting feels the most supportive for you right now. And just settle into it and allow yourself to be supported in your body. So we can embrace our discomfort. Emotional pain is neither good nor bad. It's a natural part of being a human being. It's when we struggle against our emotions that we suffer. So we can welcome our emotions without even trying to understand them logically. When we meet our emotions, we can take good care of ourselves. So let's set the intention to take good care of ourselves in this class. And press into your feet, lift the block. You're going to put it off to the side. And you're going to take your feet wide, your arms out to the side, and you're just going to do some gentle knee sways from side to side. So feelings move through our body. There are memories stored in our body to help us make sense of emotions. But when we disconnect from the stories and connect fully with the feeling, we can begin to care for ourselves with a mindful hug. So we're going to roll to our sides, and come up onto all fours. Okay, so from all fours, we're going to come up into lunge pose, so walk your hands back. You could also do half happy baby on your back if this bothers your knees, or get extra padding underneath your knees, walking your left leg through. Press your hips forward so you open up your front right hip. You can even take your right arm up. And we're going to meet whatever emotion is strongest in you right now. So for me, depression has been really strong lately. So I'm going to say, breathing in, I know depression has manifested in me. Hello, my depression. Breathing out, I will take good care of you. Breathing in, I know depression has manifested in me. Hello, my depression. Breathing out, I will take good care of you. And then let's switch sides. And then we'll use that mantra from Thich Nhat Hanh again. So walk your right foot forward. Press your pelvis forward so you really get into the front of that hip. So you don't really need to lean forward at all much. Take your left arm up. And we'll use that mantra again. Whatever emotion feels strongest, hardest to breathe with right now. Breathing in, I know depression has manifested in me. Hello, my depression. Breathing out, I will take good care of you. Breathing in, I know depression has manifested in me. Hello, my depression. Breathing out, I will take good care of you. And then we're going to come forward. We're going to come back onto all fours. You're going to bring your right knee forward to your right wrist. You're going to reach your left leg back and long. And we're going to come into Pigeon Pose here. You can stay upright or you can fold forward. So part of being human means that we will have all kinds of emotions, but one of the most common emotions is fear of being left alone, fear of being abandoned, and fear of being able to survive, of not having enough. But in this moment, we know that we have enough, and we can promise not to abandon ourselves. We have all the conditions for emotional balance right now. So we don't need to be afraid of our emotional suffering because we have the emotional wisdom as wise women to look deeply at our suffering, to hold our suffering tenderly, and offer ourselves compassion for our experience. We can know that we are not alone in our experience and our emotions, and that many others, just like us, have emotional imbalance as normal parts of their day-to-day experience. So let's go ahead and do Pigeon Pose on the other side. So you'll take your left knee forward to your left wrist and reach your right leg back and long. You can stay upright or you can fold forward here. And I'm going to repeat that teaching in this side because it'll help us to stay for just as long, but I think it's important. So fear of being left alone, so fear of abandonment and fear of not having enough are common fears for us as human beings. But knowing that we're enough, knowing that we can choose to not abandon ourselves, we have all the conditions for emotional balance right now in this moment. We do not need to be afraid of our emotional suffering because we have the emotional wisdom as wise women to look deeply at our own suffering, to hold our suffering tenderly, and to offer ourselves compassion for our experience. We can know that we are not alone in our emotions, and that many others, just like us, experience emotions as normal parts of their day-to-day experience. Okay, we're going to go from here and find your way up to standing in whatever way works best for you. Maybe you're going to come into a squat and roll up to standing, or maybe you're going to come into downwards facing dog and come up to standing. Okay, from standing, we're going to do some side bending. You're going to reach up. And side bending is great because it gets into your gallbladder meridian, and that helps to relieve the anger, frustration, irritation, resentment, restlessness from the liver organ. And then we're going to come into dancer pose. So stand on your right foot and you're going to bend your left leg, hold on to your left foot, extend your right arm and pull your left heel away from your buttocks. This is a great heart opener to relieve heart heat, which is really great for emotional balance. And we'll switch sides, do the other side. So standing on your left foot, bending your right leg, holding onto your right foot, tuck your tailbone under, extend your left arm, pull your heel away, let it open your chest. And then you can release that down, and we're going to come back down to seated. Okay, so sitting with your legs long in front of you, and then you're going to bend your left leg, cross it over your right leg, and you can stay here, or you can bend your right heel towards your left buttocks as long as you can keep both your foot and your buttocks on the ground. Lengthen up through your spine, and you can either do an open twist or a closed twist. It's up to you. There's no right or wrong or better or best. And then come back to center. Extend your legs out. This time you'll bring your right leg in, cross it over your left, and you can leave your left leg out long. Or you can bend your right heel in and you can do an open twist or a closed twist. And I love twists for releasing all kinds of tension in my body, whether it be physical or emotional. And then come back to center, and you can rest back for Savasana. Tucking your shoulder blades in, doing whatever you need to offer yourself comfort here. You're going to do whatever you need to offer yourself comfort here, and I'm going to sit up and redo a poem. This is a poem by Thich Nhat Hanh. Life has left her footprints on my head, but I have become a child again this morning. The smile seen through the leaves and flowers is back to smooth away the wrinkles as the rain wipes away the footprints on the beach. Again, a cycle of birth and death begins. I walk on thorns, but firmly as among flowers. I keep my head high. Rhymes bloom among the sounds of bombs and mortars. The tears I shed yesterday have become rain. I feel calm hearing its sound on the thatched roof. Childhood, my birthland, is calling me, and the rain melts my despair. I am still here alive, able to smile quietly. Sweet fruit brought forth by the tree of suffering. Carry the dead body of my brother. I go across the rice fields in darkness. Earth will keep you tight within her arms, my dear, so that tomorrow you will be reborn as flowers, those flowers smiling quietly in the morning field. This morning you weep no more, my dear. We have gone through to a deep night. This morning I kneel down on the grass when I notice your presence. Flowers that can carry the marvelous smile of ineffability speak to me in silence. The message of love and understanding has indeed come to us. Whatever goodness we have accumulated from our practice, may we dedicate it toward the happiness and welfare of all.